All right, rates and unit rates, lesson 2.3. Yes, we're skipping 2.2. Going straight to 2.3. No, you didn't miss something. Don't worry. Our target for the day, I can convert rates to unit rates. We're still converting, going from one thing to another, but this time it's from rates to unit rates. Vocabulary. First thing, what is a rate? A rate is a ratio of two numbers that have different units. Two numbers, different units. A unit rate is a rate, which is a ratio with two different units. A unit rate is a rate that can be written as a fraction with a denominator of 1. So we're going to be putting things over 1. We're still going to keep the denominator because it's a different unit from the top, but it's going to have a denominator of 1. Unit rates can be written as a single number using the word per or using a fraction bar to explain the unit. So miles per hour is a rate. It has two separate units, miles and hours. 25 miles per hour is the same as 25 miles fraction bar hour, which we still read as per. Just like in ratios, there's 3 different ways to write it. There are 2 different ways to write rates. Finding a unit rate is similar to writing a fraction as a decimal. The only thing that is different is that a unit rate includes the label for the units. Okay, let's start with this one. Find the unit rate. 50 miles in 2 hours. 50 miles in 2 hours. 50 miles per 2 hours. This is a rate. It has 2 separate units. It has miles and it has hours. This is probably one of the most common rates. You all know miles per hour. That's how we measure how fast cars go. How do we find the unit rate? Well, a unit rate means we should have a 1 as our denominator. So how are we going to make our denominator 1? Let's rewrite the rate or fraction given the denominator of 1, since we are finding the unit rate. Okay, now we need to find out how many miles we traveled in 1 hour. We figure that out by dividing by 2, because how do we go from 2 to 1? Divide by 2. And what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So 50 divided by 2 is 25, so our unit rate is 25 miles per hour, which would be written as 25 over 1 with units. You need to label your units because they're different. Now, just a quick reminder, a rate has 2 separate units. 50 miles is not a rate. 2 hours is not a rate. 50 miles per hour is a rate. Example 1 continued. Find the unit rate. $2.40 for 3 candy bars. Well, when you have to find the unit rate, divide both the top and bottom of the rate by the denominator. Okay? That's what we did last time. We divided 2 by 2 to get 1. Now we're going to divide our denominator by 3 and our numerator by 3. We have 240 over 3 equals something over 1. How are we going to figure that out? By dividing by the denominator. 3 to 1. Divide by 3. $2.40 divided by 3 equals 80 cents. And you can do that on a calculator. You can do that by hand. Any way you figure that out is fine. The unit rate is 80 cents per candy bar. That's a pretty nifty sale.